No matter what kind of business you run, whether it's D2C, multi-channel, B2B, you have to know who your end consumers are, what they need, what they want, and listen to them. Matt Heitmann, I've been in the bike industry for 20 some years, competitive cyclist, backcountry, USA Cycling, Canyon, bicycles globally. I was CMO at Scott USA, and I've just recently repositioned to global here in Switzerland as Chief Growth Officer.
When you think about the Scott brand, can you tell us, what does it mean to be consumer-centric?
I think the definition we're coming up with is the notion that as an organization, we need to create value for the customer. And if we create value for the customer, we'll create value for the organization. What we call sort of a customer value flywheel.
When you think about building value for the customer, how do you go about gathering customer feedback or customer insights?
The invaluable insights we get through our distributor and our dealer networks. And so the feedback that they're getting is really specific to their market. And I think that's also something that tends to get overlooked, is that there's all these variances in customers' wants and needs. So, having those nuanced bits of information from your B2B network or your distributor network is super important. And then obviously doing, insight studies. We do NPS scores, we do customer surveys, but we also work with agencies such as Langston.
So I'd love it if you can share an insight where listening to your customers helped shape a decision for Scott or helped shape a direction for the brand.
I'm going to turn it around a little bit and put it this way. Here's what happens when you don't listen to your customers. What tends to be true in Germany or in the German, Austrian, Swiss region may not be true in every other market in the world. And what happens when you don't listen is you get this sort of inventory situation that is increasingly difficult to get out of, right? Customer centricity, listening to your customers is super, super, super important. But conversely, what happens when you don't listen is just the risk to the enterprise, especially if you're focused on a return on invested capital. You need to really listen to your customer.
What advice would you give to Matt Heitmann 20 years ago, or to another marketing leader who is kind of early in his or her career?
As you know, technology and data has changed so much in the last 20 years. It's so challenging with AI and what's going on in the world. But what's super, super important is you have to have first-party data. You have to have zero-party data. No matter what kind of business you run, whether it's D2C, multi-channel, B2B, you have to know who your end consumers are, what they need, what they want, and listen to them. And then merge that with your customer insights. Do deep customer insight research like we've done over the years together. The actionable value that you get from that, it's a way to really differentiate your business. Obsess about understanding what that data tells you, and then layering in your brand on top of that. When they think your brand, they go, aha, those guys know me, they understand me, and they create value for me. And then that's how you create commercial value and brand loyalty.